Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the news summary of the day. Today wasn't so easy. At first I read the charts in the wrong way. I broke my one of my rules about entries. Good that I defended my buy trade in 1% up, but it wasn't smart decision to join. So let's start, guys. I shared today my charts. It were exactly same markups as yesterday, with the main zones as 1 hour demand and supply. I just added today the M15 supply. Yes, here we have small range, indecision candle and huge leg out, which caused the break of the demand. And also I drew here. Here I had demand zone. There's also indecision candle and leg out. It was followed by another bullish candles. But price didn't make another high. Just found here that this is good, strong bullish wave. I just wanted to see where price want to react at first to look for a trade. Because here we had at the beginning of the day the price was in the middle of nowhere. I just marked the already filled bullish imbalance, the very strong one, 105, because I saw that price treated it as a resistance, as multiple rejections. So my idea was maybe to see the liquidity grab exactly to the supply for a further sell, or maybe some price action at first on demand to look for a buy to deliver the price to the supply, or at least to this equal highs. It was very interesting. I just drew this, and let's see, guys, on the M1 what happened. Step by step. Here on the during the Asian session, we can see clear the equal highs just below the potential resistance with the extremely high imbalance, and price made a liquidity grab. It was during the Asian session, so the candles were smaller, less players on the market, but we can definitely see that it was sell pressure. Here I was very close to look for some trade, but it wasn't obvious for me how to join the market exactly here. I would be waiting for this imbalance for the initial candle here, like 27 to the 0, and it didn't happen. Maybe in future, but longer we are waiting, I think that the imbalance level is weaker and weaker, and maybe forgotten by the sellers. Of course, it is good to market. Yes, it is still not filled price level. Same as here, this one, the 33 to the 0 is strong one. But yeah, here I couldn't know how to join. Yes, I prefer definitely to see the price in zones. I know that sometimes I'm a bit impatient and I'm looking too strong for imagined zones, which are not so clean as a supply and demand on lower time frames. But definitely I prefer the higher ones, and I was waiting to see the price at least to this on the demand or supply. Yes, not so big distance. This is a patience game. I know that this is the feeling that we are opening the charts. I opened the chart when price was somewhere here, and oh yeah, set up, I need to trade. Yes, 10 minutes later, oh, I'm so nervous, I need to take a trade. It is very, very often. We need to wait. Yes, I was waiting from 9:23 to over 2 hours for first possible setup. It wasn't the best one. It was with mistakes, which I found later, but I was waiting over 2 hours when I clicked first time sell or buy button. So no pressure. I know that some traders are taking multiple trades. I didn't find here any safe entry. This is just my opinion. So yeah, when price was delivered here, some of you were trapped. Yes, because why? Because why? This move here looks like unfinished compression, so this is a very good sign that the buyers are waiting. But here, when the liquidity grab, I can agree that the volume increased here drastically, but didn't broke the imbalance. Here was some smaller on down there, probably 9 to the 0 or something like this, on the almost last candle. Yeah, it was broken, retested, but the retest was with high volume, higher than the candle which left the imbalance. Yes, it was this candle. Yes, if this candle left the imbalance, okay, or let's check it to be 100% sure. 1040, 1040, 1040. Yes, we had the imbalance 9 to the 0. It was 1040. So as I said, this candle. Take a look on the volume. So, if the imbalance was broken, price is coming back for a retest. The volume is higher than the candle which left the imbalance. So it should make the buy setup invalid. If you jumped over here, as I'm sometimes doing, the safe stop loss, okay, I agree, would be below the candle. But if price is losing volume on the next imbalance and is turning back, it is good to think about what's going on. Yes, this imbalance was stronger. It was 18 to the 0. This one was 2 times smaller, weaker. But okay, yeah, losses are the part of the game. I'm also losing, so nothing wrong. Just this is important to always find a reason why it happened. For me, the reason would be here the 2 explanations. The first one, if the entry was aggressive, that price lost volume after first 2 minutes. On the next imbalance, the stronger one, it was also the supply just above the demand. And the second, if you entered here, it was big mistake because the volume was higher than the measured candle. Right, and about my entry was wrong because I found here the support, right? The equal lows, price was ranging, and then liquidity grab, strong move to the downside with very high volume. But I don't know why I didn't delete the zone. It's when the zone is so crossed. So yeah, the half of the move was out of the zone. I should delete the zone. Yeah, it's like boom, doesn't exist. But in my closed mind, it was the reaction of about this equal lows. I missed the entry from here when price was above the broken imbalance from liquidity grab. The liquidity grab was good. It's 29 to the 0. So these are strong imbalances. And when it was broken, I was still chatting or doing something on Discord, and I entered 2 or 3 minutes later. It was this one, candle closure of this one, and yeah, I set my I stop loss and profits here. I was thinking about closing it when the high volume appeared on this imbalance, also 29 to the 0, but I was still holding few more pips and boom. So 1 to the 1 is still not bad. The managing is very important to reading, not to hoping. I don't want to hope, oh man, maybe the price will come back. Yeah, so for example, I'm even here, I'm moving my stop loss lower. Oh yeah, I was on demand. Doesn't matter if it's broken demand. Yeah, I was on demand. We need to observe. Please don't move stop loss. Moving stop loss is equal to trading without stop loss, because all the calculated risk is forgotten. And the question why I joined the sellers and why I decided to make this, yes, if my view was bullish, because after my bad trade, I realized that really it was mistake, that demand was invalid, it was broken. Then I found four strong bullish imbalances. This one 37, yes, 37 ask. Uh, Immediately broken without reaction. Then the next one in same price level 33, also broken in similar price level as here 29, 29 ask, broken, and this shitty move kicked me out. Then the next one 33, broken. Yes, it all happened. Where is the markup? It all happened in very similar price level, yes, like this box. So it means how the buyers try to push up and the sellers no break. So the sellers didn't give the chance to buyers to react on these imbalances, to join the market, even more players. They were breaking all the bullish imbalances. So I realized, yeah, it's interesting, yeah, how this small 18 to the 0 is holding the price. This created the supply. It could be drawn more correct like this one, the M5 supply, and holded the price so long. In the other case, the supply should be read as a weak zone. But I love how these all imbalances, how the invitations for buyers were immediately broken. Fantastic. It was for me even more information that wow, how the sellers are strong. Yes, they are giving any chances for buyers. All imbalances are totally broken. So I was looking how to join the market. I missed this entry. It was very interesting. I want to make it smaller to make it cleaner. Here we have the break of structure, right? The last, yeah, here could be of course the last push to the upside as a compression. It was very small zone, very close. Everything can happen. I know it doesn't mean that it is a need to. It is the thing, it is the price action which is giving us a lower risk entry. But you can enter wherever you want. I just gave you tips how to avoid losing and how to find their setups with really low risk of hitting your stop loss. So I'm also sometimes, as you see, I'm also taking risky setups out of criteria if maybe one criteria is missing, because I use stop loss, right? If I will lose, I can only punch on my own face and say, yeah, you see, Seb, you didn't hear your own criterias, so you have now lost. And yeah, but I wanted to join the market here. We can check on the footprint because the tool didn't show here anything. I see here very high volume candle. The break of structure made very little tiny supply. Let's check the time, 12:20. Let's move to the 12:20 fast, and we have it here. Big imbalance, yeah. Sellers appear on the market. Here was the small range, and 51 sell contracts to the 1. Yeah, it is a big imbalance. 51 to the 1, and it has the candle has 156 volume, and it decreased 3 times less. Perfect. Yes, here could be a really good entry. Looks like aggressive, yeah, but it was lovely. Just the question, if you would join the market here. Oh, beautiful. Here, how would you react on this pullback? Jeffrey is experienced guy. He knows what he's doing. I'm not sure if I would have so big balls to hold. Maybe I would draw something like this to steal have stop loss in same position if I would enter here. Yeah, I wouldn't move it. Maybe later as here. But this I love this entry. It just needed the nerves of steel to hold this position and really believe on the move. The belief should be very, very, very big because of these imbalances. This is for me the read the information like on newspaper on the top of the first side. Broken imbalance, broken, broken, broken. How the buyers were weak. And then I opened my eyes completely. I found this little thing as 14 to the 0. Decreasing volume. I tried. This very small candle with it just has 28 volume, and when volume decreased, I was clicking like a hell 2 or 3 times sell button, and my MetaTrader lagged, and I opened somewhere here on the middle of the candle, middle, the first part of the candle. I opened the trade, and I was aiming where to the 1 hour broken supply. Let's move to the 1 hour chart. Which level I meant? It was here. Yes, here was the original supply zone, the ranging market, and boom, big leg out. It was later read as a liquidity grab, but here's the potential supply. Yes, he could be maybe taken some sell orders. No one could know. So if we had here supply, then appearing some move which is breaking the supply become invalid, and I'm leaving just the zone as a demand which caused the break of the supply. So here's my new zone, and this one is disappeared. I don't use swap zones. I'm drawing the zone bit lower which caused the break. So my zones are usually not at the same price level, but I still love to draw the like a fog, yes, the missing small old level where really the zone was as a higher edge of the supply in this case. And it was my safe TP, because I found that a lot of times when I was selling, price was rejecting just above demand. As here also, yeah, price was playing with patience with the sellers which were in the correct side of the market by rejecting just above the demand zone. So for a few times, my last trades were like the TP wasn't exactly on the zone if we are talking about the higher time frame, but just above as the broken previous zone. And it was 16 pips wave. Very nice. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. And what is going on here is now just the effect of news. But as also Jeffrey and Tobias mentioned, I just read only a bit this discussion, that this is the main demand zone, the first touch, deep invader, perfect, and the buy started. Also, Vixen nicely mentioned that is formed the equal lows as a support on the higher edge of the demand zone. So here this move was a potential of what? Liquidity grab. Here I have marked very high the imbalance. It is the strong imbalance as 67 to the 0. Very strong one. So it could be the safest way, of course, waiting for break of this one and for a retest as here. But the aggressive entry here. We also have imbalance as a gap. Gaps on market are imbalances. No players on both sides. So just a matter of your confidence if you would join after this bearish candle. Or this bullish one where the volume even get lower. It could be, I would maybe join after this bullish candle. Let's see the volume without the big bars. yeah, the volume on the bullish candle was very slow. Price closed above the gap. The safe stop loss, I always using 3 pips, was just below this wick. So if I would join the market here, I would be in small drawdown, small like 2 pips. Would be very hot. But the safe TP as a 13 pips or these highs, yeah, this highs is too small, like 10. I would aim, yeah, maybe to the same golden level as a 13 pips. It is still 1 to the 4. 1 to the 4 without any dangerous moves, right? Very good. This one was very hot week, but the wave was very nice. So I hope that I explained a bit this messy price action. Same as yesterday, the rangy markets are the most boring one. So I wouldn't know how to join from top. I even wouldn't know how to join here because we're missing the imbalances. Then here was maybe I was too greedy. This setup was correctly managed only. Oh, I just mean this. The zone was broken. If I would aim correctly, if I would join where I wanted to the zone, yeah, it was 12 pips. It could be 1 to the 4. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I was aiming a bit higher. I forgot where. Yeah, I was aiming to this buy for a sell. I was aiming for somewhere here as yes, almost 14 pips. Should be almost 17. So this, yeah, plus minus. I don't know how to categorize this one setup. Some of you had marked here demand a bit lower as M30. Pavel, for example, had, but I'm not sure really how to categorize this. Important fact is that we need to manage the trade, and lucky me, I defended it in plus. Then here could be aggressive entry with very strong risk management and managing the position. So I'm marking this one as a first good setup from the day. Join the sellers after all this information about weak buyers. Of course, my sell setup. No, it's not of course, but wrong words. Yeah, it was last week when I wanted to make a summary of the day video, but without my setups, because all were too risky to share it with you. But this one was nice. I found it nice, decreasing volume. So second setup, and here the third one. I would rejoin the market here, but it was too close to the news for me. So 3 setups on Red Folder News Day. I still think it is nice. And now I see that the lovely Jeffries price level 78 to the 0 is already filled. It would be really good TP. And this is also the Randy's swap level. Yes, the price is breaking the low, making and leaving the imbalance, and now price is back here. And I am not trading just with intuition right now. I need more criteria. Okay guys, 3 setups, not juicy day, and see you tomorrow. But please remember, tomorrow we have bank holiday, and yeah, could be very slow. See you. Thank you for watching, guys.